Hey there, YouTube. Logan, coming to you from Nerdy Vinyl. Today I'm still home dealing with COVID. And so I decided I would, like, redo my records, re-alphabetize, re-sort, all that stuff. Wasn't happy with the way I had it before. I tried to do like genre separation, and I realized I just don't have enough stuff to do that, and it's a small enough area where I'm keeping them that nothing's gonna get lost because it's not in with its correct genre or anything like that. Another thing I did was, because of how it was, I had alphabetized them backwards. So it was right to left instead of left to right. And that also I kind of got sick of because I was like, that's stupid, doesn't make any sense. And another thing I did that was wrong, and I don't even know what happened. I think it was just I alphabetized everything by first name and not last name. Don't even know why I did that, but I did. So I have gone through and I have stacked, reorganized everything, and now I'm going to go through it all and show you guys what I've got. Give you a little bit of understanding of what kind of stuff I have, what kind of stuff I'm into. I'm gonna try not to talk too much about each one because then this will just take forever. So it'll just be a lot of times. Most of it's just gonna be boom, 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 boom. So anything worth talking about, I might, but most likely it's just gonna be down and dirty. Just get this over with. And I apologize for the light. Everywhere I sat, I tried this, and it was just reflections, and you couldn't. So hopefully this isn't a complete shit show, but it probably will be. So all right, just real quick, I can show you what I've got here. So I've never filmed on an iPad before. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So this right here, this is just the A through E stack, and then I've got more stacks over there. So let's get into it. Starting with A's. Eddie Arnold, the greatest of Eddie Arnold. Okay. Try to figure out how to do this. So I think I'm just going to stack them, and then that way I can just drop them in there. The band, Anthology. Pretty good one. Again, I'm just going to try to get through this. Mo Bandy and Joe Stampley. This is one that I'm going to leave that out. I think I'm going to listen to that later. Beach Boys, 20 Golden Greats. And this is an English pressing from Middlesex, made and printed in Great Britain. So that's kind of cool. I have another one, Beach Boys Serving USA. This is one of my uncle's albums that I got when, it's got his last name on there, that I got when after my grandpa died. It was in their house, in my grandpa's house, and I grabbed it. Boston, we all know what this is. One of my all-time favorite artists of all time, and I will fight anybody over this. I've done it before. Mr. Jimmy Buffett. Born and raised Parrot Head, man. Did my blood. But yeah, so this is A1A, Jimmy Buffett. One of probably my favorite album of his. White sport coat and a pink crustacean. This is a good one. This is probably the one of his albums that's it was one of his earlier ones. I think this might have been his second. I'd have to double check that. But what a lot of people don't know is that Jimmy Buffett originally was on country radio. Much like Kenny Chesney, he started out trying to be a country singer, and his music just kind of became its own thing, and his following became its own thing. So he doesn't fit in any genre now. But if you listen to his older stuff, like his original stuff, it is very, very country sounding. And another one, Jimmy Buffett, Changes in Latitudes, Changes in Attitudes. This is a pretty cool one. I was very happy when I found this in the condition that it's in. It's near mint. With, see if I can find it. There it is. There it is. Somebody got a little bit of a pen mark on it. More Jimmy Buffett. This is Somewhere Over China. I'm a person, if I see a Jimmy Buffett album somewhere and I don't own it, it's my goal to own all of his albums. So those are my Jimmy Buffetts. Next, this one, I don't even know if this plays or not. This is another one of my uncle's old albums from way back, and it was in a box in the basement with that Beach Boys one. I haven't listened to that one either. But it's The Birds, Mr. Tambourine Man, and I mean this jacket is water damaged. I'd have to take a look at it and see, but it is, but it's a family heirloom, so I'm gonna keep. I said I'm gonna look at this and see if it's any good. It's been in my collection for years, and I just have never even. That's it. Moving on. Glenn Campbell. Galveston, oh Galveston. Moving on. Canned Heat. Canned Heat cookbook. All somebody had of Canned Heat was this greatest hits compilation, and that's all they ever heard of the band. They didn't know the band at all except for this. This would be enough, if that makes sense. There's a few of those. Moving on. Johnny Cash. Live at Folsom. Then we have the fabulous Johnny Cash. Then we have Johnny Cash Greatest Hits Volume 1. I think you see where this is going. What's this? Johnny Cash. I Walked the Line. Uh-oh. I screwed up, dude. Start putting records on upside down. That's not going to work. What? That's weird. This one doesn't have a inner sleeve. I will have to remedy that. That is weird. But yeah, I Walked the Line. Stories of a Broken Heart by Johnny Cash. This one's kind of cool because I like the drawing there. Here's another iconic album. Big Bambooey, Cheech and Chong. And no, I don't have the paper. As long as I've had this, it didn't have it when I got it. So, no, none of them Cheech and Chong King Kong joints. Share. What? Didn't see that coming, did you? This is Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. Patsy Cline. 20 Pieces of Gold. Another Patsy Cline, her legendary recordings. Credence Chronicle. And this is another one that's like if all you had was the greatest hits, this would be good. You should definitely have more Credence than this. But if this was all you had, I'd be like, yeah, dude, get it on you. This one, Cosmos Factory, another Credence. This is a very rough copy. As you can see, somebody... This was another one that I found in a box. I think it was free somewhere. So this is definitely another one that if I ever find it, I'm buying it because I want a clean copy of it. This might be one of their better albums. I think a lot of people would agree with me on that. Moving on. Another one of my all-time favorites, Mr. Jim Croce. Don't Mess Around with Jim. I Got a Name. Life and Times. So these are his 3 studio albums, if I'm not mistaken. He only had the 3. I do know that. Like I said, I'm out of it. I'm trying to keep my facts straight here. But so I have all of his. I have his 3 studio albums. I have a couple compilations. This one is Bad Bad Leroy Brown, Jim Croce's Greatest Character Songs. This one has. Where is it? The Carmela Rap, which, if you've never heard it, is hilarious. But, yeah, I picked this up not too long ago, and I was like, oh, I'd never seen it before, and I'm like, you know what, and why not? And then, one that everybody's got, his greatest hits, Photographs and Memories. I picked this up only because I had it at one time, and then an ex-girlfriend stole it. Well, I don't know, she didn't steal it, she was borrowing it, and then we broke up, and I never got it back. But it's also limited. This is on the red. Like, I think I got this at Target. So, moving along. Charlie Daniels Band, Full Moon. Just really cool artwork. I like the older Charlie Daniels albums that have just, like, these really cool, like, drawings. Or, that's what it is. It's like paintings of them and not like photos. Like this one here. This is Million Mile Reflections, Charlie Daniels. This has That One in Georgia and Rainbow Ride on it. Oh look, an album I've shown in every video in the last 5 videos. Dead Kennedys, Fresh Fruit, keep going. Nobody wants to see that again. But I do have Dead Kennedys, In God We Trust Inc. Another great one of their albums. Jimmy Dean, Big Bad John. This is another one that's been around. It's rough, beat up, but it plays good. So, oh, here we go. Another American folk legend, Mr. Jean Denver. This has Thank God I'm a Country Boy, Grandma's Feather Bed, Annie's Song, This Old Guitar, you know, Back Home Again. This is a pretty good one. One of probably my favorite John Denver album, Poems, Prayers, and Promises. It's just a great album in my opinion. And then the Colorado Rocky Mountain High. Rocky Mountain High, John Denver. Oh, that's a little split in the sleeve there. Okay, moving on. Dropkick Murphys. Gang's all here. Only Dropkick album I have. I definitely want more. Need to get more. Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits. Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits Volume 2. Another Greatest Hits that's kind of like if this was all you had, or if this was all you ever heard of this band, you'd be alright. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't have a Hotel California, but whatever. Great album. Eagles, Greatest. 16 Tons, Tennessee Ernie Ford. Moving on. Gallagher. It's more comedy. My dad loved Gallagher when I was a kid. Fucking Sledge-O-Matic. Alright, moving right along. Green Day, Dookie. I've talked about this in past videos. I love this album. In my opinion, this is Green Day's best album. Insomniac, 25th anniversary. Arlo Guthrie's Allison's Restaurant. Buddy Holly's 23 all-time greatest hits. Johnny Horton's greatest hits. Johnny Horton on stage. Oh, Waylon Jennings, are you ready for the country? Waylon. Dreaming my dreams. Waylon and Jesse. Oh, I got two of them there. Waylon and Jesse. Another great album. Leather and Lace. Then Waylon Outlaws. Elton John's Diamonds. Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. Elton John. Here we have Janis. Janis Greatest Hits. You can't call yourself a Janis Joplin fan if you don't have Pearl. Here we go. Jump right into this. L's. Starting right out with Miss Cyndi Lauper. She's so unusual. It's a great album. There she is, doing her thing. Cyndi Lauper. Gordon Lightfoot, one of my favorite Canadian artists of all time. Here we have Gorge Gold, the 2 LP. Dude, I scored this thing for its Sundown album. Moving on. Logans and Messina. Full Sail. But another one sitting in. Somebody can answer this question for me, if anybody's even still watching at this point. At this point, this is just me rambling to myself. If anybody knows, because I don't, I haven't looked it up. So most of the albums say Loggins and Messina, right? This one says Kenny Loggins with Jim Messina. Was that before they became Loggins and Messina? Was it, like, what, does anybody know the story about that? Just because I don't feel the need to, I don't feel the desire to look it up for myself. I want the information given to me. Anyways, another one here. Loggins and Messina. So Fine. Loretta Lynn. You Ain't Woman Enough. Miss Loretta. Country royalty right here. Arguably the queen of country, but I think it's a title that's shared by a couple ladies, but she's definitely one of them. Moving on. Leonard Skinner, Gold and Platinum. This is another band that I would love to have all of their studio albums on vinyl. Probably my favorite album artwork of all time. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. Great album. This is on a colored vinyl, black and red smoke. This is like one of those things. Is like one of those album covers. It's like you could see this like painted on the side of some dude's van in the 80s, like late 70s, early 80s, like just this on the side of somebody's van. Like a dude fighting a dragon with like a chick like laying dead, draped over a rock. You know what I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't know. Alright, moving on. The Coog. John Cougar Mellencamp, Scarecrow. Some Metallica. Black Album. Great album. Well, we all know it. This is on a black marble vinyl. Got it at Walmart, so it's cool. But I mean, obviously here it's just black. So there we go. That's that. Moving on. Steve Miller, Greatest Hits. Just showed this last night. Molly Hatchet, Flirting with Disaster. There's another band, has very cool album artwork. They stick with a theme. Again, this could be on somebody's van. You know? Alright. Ricky Nelson. Moving on. 30th anniversary. Never mind. There she is. Do we need to talk about this? Anybody not know what this is? Okay, good. Showed this one recently also. Cast Scratch Fever. Ted Nugent. The Nuge. Another Nuge. Double Live Gonzo. Outlaws. Ghost Riders in the Sky. Dolly Parton. Everyone. Tom Petty Heartbreakers. Greatest Hits. Tom Petty, Wildflowers, and the Rest. Timepiece. The Rascals' Greatest Hits. Marty Robbins. This is A Lifetime of Song, 1951 to 1982. Marty Robbins, more gunfighter ballads and trail songs. You've seen this. Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. Showed that a couple videos ago. Showed this a couple videos ago. Kenny Rogers' 20 Greatest Hits. What's with 20? Let me know what that's about. Like, why is 20 the magic number for Greatest Hits albums? Alright, moving on. Rush. Moving Pictures. Bob Seger, Against the Wind. Bob Seger, Live Bullet. I've spoken on that before. Bob Seger, Night Moves. Bob Seger's Greatest Hits. Sex Pistols, again. Simon and Garfunkel, again. Paul Simon, Graceland, again. Some of the Pioneers, Cool Water. This is good. Again, cowboy songs. Love it. The Boss. Bruce Springsteen. Darkness on the Edge of Town. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm fine. How about now? Still fine. Okay, bye. Bridging the River. If I had to say, like, least favorite Springsteen album, and I don't know if this might piss people off, but it's this one. I think this is my least favorite Springsteen album. I don't know why. It's just is. Anyways, this one again. Greatest Hits. Springsteen. Chris Stapleton. Traveler. Cat Stevens. Greatest Hits. Moving on. George Strait. Ocean Property. I spoke about this when I got it in another video. Another album that was a huge part of my childhood. Right there. Another George Strait. Straight from the Heart. Ooh, okay. Traveling Wilburys. I know this isn't like a breakthrough discovery that nobody's ever heard of, okay? But based on the number of people that I have introduced to this group over the years, I know there's a lot of people in this world that have never heard of the Traveling Wilburys. So, can we, like, start a movement to get this music into the ears of the younger generations? I mean, the level of talent in this group, like, and the songwriting and the musicianship is just, dude. Can't say enough about these guys. Maybe I'll listen to this. Am I going to listen to this or Rush? I don't know. But anyways, we're almost done. You know what? Let's just do it in one. I'm not going to stop and come back. Let's just keep going. I don't know what this is, but this is like whatever the rest of the alphabet is. Tom Waits. Blue Valentine. Not my favorite, but it's a great album. Tom Waits, Heart of Saturday Night. One of my favorite Tom Waits albums. And my favorite Tom Waits album, small change. Long story short, this album has been in my heavy rotation for 20 years. At least once a month I listen to this album. At least once a month. Moving on, Hank Williams Greatest Hits. Hank Williams Jr. Greatest Hits. It's got, his greatest hits on it. Alright, we're at the end. Okay, now, this is a band that I have more albums of than any other band. By a lot. And it's another band with really cool artwork on their albums. But, let's do it. ZZ Top, Afterburner. ZZ Top Duquelo. This one, all of my ZZ Tops came from the same friend that was moving, getting rid of their shit years ago. I took their records. That's how I got most of my original collection. This one has been in this thing as long as I've had it, so I have no idea what the actual jacket looks like. But when they bought it, it was like this when they bought it secondhand, and they paid $3 for it. So, anyways, Eliminator. This says Legs. Give Me All Your Lovin', Sharp Dressed Man. This is a good one. The Top El Loco. That's such a cool album cover. They're all like, we're all dirty, and there's a really weird looking cop over there. But Tube Snake Boogie is on here. 10-Foot Pole. Party on the Patio. Pearl Necklace. Good album. ZZ Top's first album. This is really, really good stuff right here. Rio Grande Mud. This is another really good album, less known. This is pre-Beards, and then last but not least, Tres Hombres. This, of course, has LaGrange on it. Beer Drinkers, Hellraisers. This is just, ZZ Top is just one of those bands that their stuff is just, it's ZZ Top, and they're so good, all of it. But that's the collection. I'm gonna put this away and I'll give you a shot of what it looks like all stacked up. Okay, so there it is. That's my whole collection. Over there we have soundtracks and my wife's stuff, which is mostly Broadway. I'm going to include various artists and box sets over there, which I've got stacked up like right here and there. But, so, that, yeah. Like I've said this before, I do have in the works a better setup. It's going to be sturdy. Like, build it the way I want. It's going to look pretty sweet. And then I'll be able to use, let me see if I can show you more moving. It's there, right there. I have two of those Sansai speakers. One of them's behind me that I've had for a long time and haven't been able to use in years due to not having anything to hook up to them. So get a small amp when I build the thing and have that all, and it'll be good. We may reevaluate then genres or whatever, but for now, I think, like I said, I think my collection is small enough that as long as it's going alphabetically, that I don't think it matters. I'm gonna stop talking. That's it. So, all right. Thanks for watching. If you did, if you're still here, probably not. But see you next time. Later.